By tradition, Mother's Day is the special day when children treat Mom to a wake-up meal. To honor that tradition, brunch is served by our friend, Chef Bobby Flay.
Back on a May morning in New York City when I was 12, my friends and I had tickets to see a Yankees game. Yes, it was so long ago, kids could still do that sort of thing on their own. I strolled into my mother's bedroom where she was sipping her first of many cups of coffee. I wished her a happy Mother's Day, and I told her I was departing to see the Bronx Bombers do their thing. "You're doing what?" she asked. As the first tear streamed down her cheek, I knew that I was going to have to explain to my friends that I wasn't making the game. I was staying home to make my mom a very sketchy breakfast at best. Dorothy Flay, known as Dame Dorothy to her closest friends, had a verve for life that was unbounded, though she spent most of her adult years as a single mother. And I'll just say this, I wasn't the easiest kid to raise, culminating with dropping out of high school after 9th grade. Still, when I found some focus and got a job, my mother wound up being my greatest cheerleader. I knew from my experience as a 12-year-old that Mother's Day had to be planned, no matter what. First of all, it had to be brunch. A classic, Eggs Benedict and a mimosa. A mimosa could not be more simple. I mean, it's champagne or any sparkling wine that you have, and some orange juice, that's it. So classic Eggs Benedict is just a handful of ingredients. It's a toasted English muffin with a thin slice of Canadian bacon on top of it, poached eggs on top of the Canadian bacon, and then finished off with a classic hollandaise sauce. And then here's the secret ingredient to making sure that your poached eggs coagulate or come together. Just some vinegar, just a couple of dashes. And then as soon as I'm ready to go, I just gently drop the egg into the water. Make sure it look like a pro, poaching eggs. Now, while that took care of the meal, and then some hollandaise right on top, my Mother's Day planning wasn't done. There was also a dress code. I had to wear a suit or, at the very least, a sports jacket. And then there was the mandatory carnation, a tradition that signified if your mother was living, a pink one, or a white, which meant she had passed. My mother died almost exactly 2 years ago, and living through this pandemic has me thinking about her even more. In some ways, I'm relieved that she didn't have to navigate her way through the danger of it. I'm pretty sure I would have been pulling Dame Dorothy out of her favorite Jersey Shore hangout, nursing a chocolate martini with her favorite bartender. So today is Mother's Day, and not even a global crisis is going to keep me from celebrating, to me, the greatest mother in the world. She wouldn't allow it, so let's get it on. 43 years ago, the Yankees had to play a game with one less person in the stands. Today, coronavirus, you're going to have to sit this one out, because brunch is served in all of its glory, and there's nothing that's going to stop us. Happy Mother's Day.